Ever wonder if your dog is secretly running experiments on you, like us? Why do they randomly start munching on grass like a tiny cow? You probably think they're just hungry or bored, but you'd be totally wrong. And why does your dog's paw smell like a bag of Fritos you left in a hot car? Most people brush it off as just dog smell, but it's actually something way more specific than that. In this video, I'm going to show you what's really going on behind both of these weird dog habits. Now, let's start with why your dog howls at night. Dogs share about 99% of their DNA with wolves. Wolves use howling as their primary long-distance communication tool. Your dog still carries that wiring inside them. When they hear a siren, a car alarm, or another dog howling down the street, their brain lights up and says, "Respond." They're not being difficult. They're not trying to stress you out. They're answering a biological signal that thousands of years of evolution made impossible to ignore. It's basically their version of hearing your name called across a loud room. You just have to answer. Another behavior that probably makes you equal parts amused and exhausted is when your dog finds a patch of grass and starts rolling around in it, like they're trying to erase every trace of that bath you just gave them. In the wild, dogs rolled in strong smells to cover their own scent and get closer to prey without being detected. Your dog is running that exact same instinct today. That patch of something dead, that muddy dip in the yard, that spot that smells like another animal was there recently. To your dog, that's not disgusting. That's a tactical upgrade. Their brain genuinely believes they just got smarter. Your nose has a completely different opinion. Then there's this quiet little thing your dog does that most people brush right past. The sigh. Not a sleepy sigh. A deliberate, slow exhale that lands right in the middle of a still moment. Dogs use sighing to communicate two very different things. A relaxed sigh after settling next to you means your dog feels completely safe and content. A heavy sigh paired with wide eyes and a long, unblinking stare at your face means something entirely different. That's your dog using one breath to say, "I need something," and I will stare at you until you figure out what it is. Efficient, effective, slightly manipulative, honestly impressive. Now, here's the one that makes people do a double take the first time someone points it out. Your dog's paws smell like Fritos. Not sort of, exactly like Fritos. And it comes down to two specific bacteria called Pseudomonas and Proteus. These bacteria live naturally on your dog's skin. They especially love the warm, moist spaces between the toes where sweat and heat collect. As they break down organic material on the skin, they release a yeasty, nutty byproduct that smells almost chemically identical to corn chips. A 2006 review in veterinary dermatology confirmed that Pseudomonas is among the most commonly found bacteria on healthy canine paw pads. Nothing is wrong with your dog. Their feet are just quietly running a snack manufacturing operation around the clock. Another popular thing dogs do is wag their tails. And if you think every wag means the same thing, your dog has been miscommunicating with you for years. The direction of the wag actually carries distinct meaning. A tail wagging predominantly to the right signals positive feelings like happiness and calm. A tail wagging more to the left signals anxiety, stress, or discomfort. The height of the tail matters too. A relaxed mid-level wag means your dog is genuinely at ease. A stiff high wag with slow movement can actually be a warning. And a fast loose wag that involves their whole back half. That's pure unfiltered joy. Your dog has been giving you detailed emotional reports this whole time. You just needed the decoder. Dogs go completely limp and blissful the moment you start rubbing their belly. And the science behind it is more interesting than you'd expect. A 2013 study in the journal Physiology and Behavior found that gentle stroking activates a specific type of sensory neuron called C-tactile afferents. These neurons are wired to send pleasure signals directly to the brain when stimulated. Your dog's belly has a particularly high density of these neurons, which is why the reaction looks so dramatic. But there's something even more significant happening underneath all of that. The belly is one of the most vulnerable parts of a dog's body. Exposing it is an act of deep trust. When your dog rolls over for you, they're not just asking for a scratch. They're telling you that you're safe, that you're theirs. That right there is a big deal. Another behavior that can catch you completely off guard the first time is the hiccups. Your dog is sitting there looking perfectly fine, and then suddenly their whole body starts jolting in tiny rhythmic spasms. Puppies get hiccups far more often than adult dogs because their diaphragm is still developing and reacts more easily to irritation. Eating too fast, drinking too quickly, or getting hit with a sudden wave of excitement can all set off a diaphragm spasm. That spasm is the hiccup. It's almost always harmless. Most episodes wrap up on their own within a few minutes. Your dog isn't in pain. They're just temporarily at war with their own internal plumbing. If it goes on longer than an hour, call your vet. Otherwise, enjoy the show. Dogs treat a bone like it's the most valuable object in the known universe, and the reason runs deeper than just taste. Chewing releases a genuine flood of endorphins in your dog's brain. It's not just satisfying, it's chemically rewarding. In the wild, bones represented serious nutritional value. The marrow inside is packed with fat and calories that wild dogs depended on for energy and survival. That drive to chew and extract every last bit from a bone is still fully active in your dog today, even when they just finished a full meal. Chewing also reduces cortisol, the hormone tied to stress and anxiety. Your dog isn't being greedy or obsessive. They found something that makes their brain feel genuinely good, and they are protecting it accordingly. Respect that. Then there's the stick thing, which is one of those behaviors that transcends breed, age, and size. A tiny Chihuahua and a full-grown Labrador will both lose their minds over the right stick. And the reason goes straight back to instinct. Dogs were bred for centuries to retrieve. Carrying something in the mouth, especially something they found or caught, activates deep reward pathways in the brain. A stick also hits the perfect combination of size, weight, crunch, and portability that satisfies the jaw and the carry instinct at the same time. Your dog isn't pretending to hunt. On some level, their brain genuinely believes they just did something important. The bigger the stick they drag back to you, the more accomplished they feel. You will react with appropriate enthusiasm. This is not negotiable. Finally, the grass eating. This is the one that puzzles people the most and honestly makes total sense once you understand what's actually going on. Your dog is not confused about being a dog. Grass eating is a well-documented self-regulating behavior that dogs have practiced for a very long time. Some dogs eat grass specifically to add roughage when their stomach feels unsettled. The grass stimulates the digestive tract and can help move things along or trigger vomiting to clear out whatever's causing discomfort. But here's the part that surprises most people. A study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science surveyed 1,571 dog owners and found that grass eating was reported in 79% of dogs. But only 22% of those dogs showed any signs of illness before eating it. That means the majority of dogs eat grass simply because they want to, not because something is wrong. Your dog might just enjoy the taste of fresh grass. They might be after the fiber. Either way, they are out there handling their own digestive wellness completely unprompted. No app, no subscription, no wellness coach, just a dog, a lawn, and an ancient internal system that quietly knows exactly what it's doing. Now you know exactly what your dog is trying to tell you. But understanding them is only half the job. So go ahead and check out our next video where we break down 12 simple ways to show your dog you love them in a language they actually understand. Miss this one and you might be living with your best friend for years, never once saying, "I love you" in a way they can actually hear.